morning. Good morning. It is 11:36. Is my video is starting. I'm waiting for it to catch up. It's 11:36. 11:36. Here we are. 11:36 on Monday, October 21st. It is it is this month, like, I know time is irrelevant, but October 21st already. Holy shit, man. Like, we are like minutes away from November, the holidays, Christmas, the end of the year. Like, it all, I'm not rushing things. Trust me, I'm definitely not rushing anything. But it does feel like the, when Lily was a baby, the common saying that people would say to us were, the days are long and the years are short. And I understood sort of what they meant then. I definitely know what they mean now. Um, and that feels like the days are long. Like, there's long days. There's lots that happens. There's all kinds of stuff that we're dealing with all day long, right? Like, there's all kinds of things that clamor for our attention, and things that are either calling us to be more conscious, or pushing us deeper into unconscious. And there's a sometimes it can feel ah overwhelming, or just too much, right? So the days are long, but the weeks, the months, this year has been really short, and time has really sped up because we're accelerating, because we're changing, because we're becoming, and like we're just sort of speeding at this point towards something, some unknown, some change, something, or some things. Um, that and I think that's really true right now. Not necessarily just for parents, although that's exceptionally true for parents, but it's true, I think, for all of us. A couple weeks ago in my newsletter, I talked about how we're just tired. We're just fucking tired. We just need a fucking nap, right? And there's so much energetic changing, shifting, growing, becoming that's happening, and it's happening at like a bing, 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 bing pace. And the shifts and the holding the space and the energy, we're just tired. And that was the subject of my email a couple weeks ago. And then the other last week, the we talked about, like, letting go of being kinder to everybody, kinder to, gentle, letting go, like, drama, letting go of drama. I never actually got to write a newsletter last week because it was a crazy busy. It was a crazy week again. It was like all this huzzah. I was all over, and then I was teaching all day Friday. But I would have written about this feeling of, like, the days are long, but the weeks are short, and the months and the years are short. Um, and I think we're all feeling it. Like, that's an energy that's really present in the collective. My glasses are all crooked. Um, But I also, I got to spend this weekend teaching. Many of you know I teach at the Reese Thomas Institute, which is a healer training program, an energy medicine school. Um, Reese likes to think of it as a mystery school. I don't quite think of it as a mystery school, but I do think we do some deep, 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 powerful, profound work. Consciousness, like really teaching healers how to be healers, which means how to hold a different vibration in the world to give people something to resonate with, something to hope for, something to feel bright about. Um, and I love teaching. I mean, obviously, my purpose in life is, my mission is to be a teacher. I mean, I've been a teacher. I was a little bitsy kid. I would line up my animals. I would teach, and I mean, like, I've been teaching my whole life. That's my purpose. That's my mission. Obviously, you know this. This is why always want to teach. I always want to share what I know, or share what I think. I want your brains to wrinkle, right? Um, Not because I think I have so much more wisdom. I don't. But because I want to evince in you your own wisdom. And so teaching for Reese, whatever my challenges are with him particularly, teaching for him is this amazing platform where I get to share and help people know their brilliance. I mean, I say I think I've said it. If I said it, if I had a quarter for every time I've said it, I would be a millionaire. The world needs your light, and I really want, as much as it is my mission to teach, it's equally my mission to share your brilliance, to mirror it for you. And that's what I got to do all weekend. All weekend long, I got to mirror my students' brilliance back to them in a way that they could feel it and know it and claim it and have a visceral experience of it. It was fucking magnificent. There, I don't can't imagine a job. No, like I'm sure there are jobs that are equally rewarding, but for me personally, I've never had anything this rewarding in my whole life. That moment when the penny drops, when the students get it, when their whole world goes from this closed system to this open flower of possibilities. I, Inspiration for the rest of my life. And it happens over and over and over and over and over again. It happens when I have one-on-one clients. It happens when I have group clients. It happens when I have students in classes that I teach or that Reese teaches. It happen 5 times a year. It gets to happen for Reese with Reese. That moment and like this weekend, there were students who over and over and over again had that penny drop and their world open. So it's like multiple times in a weekend over the whole course of the weekend, and it's just a constant source of inspiration. Like, can I clear out one more layer of my shit so that I could be one more degree brilliant and invite them to be one more degree brilliant in them. I had there was a moment when a student realized that his shunning of his dark side was what was keeping him stuck. And it's like this moment where his entire being shifted and became softer. And this was first weekend of a 5 weekend program. I'm grateful in every way that this is the work I get to do and the what I'm here to share. I think all the time, because I've known my whole life this is what I was meant to do, even if I couldn't have always articulated it. But I knew when I was a bitsy little kid. At first, I wanted to be a pediatrician. Then I wanted to be a therapist or some kind of doctor, some kind of helping. I knew from high school I wanted to be an occupational therapist, and I was always great at it. Not coming from an ego place, but because of a I want to help peace place. Occupational therapy, one of their taglines was skills for the job of living. And I've adapted it. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm so as a spiritual counselor, spiritual GPS, spiritual teacher, consciousness leader, on my website, it says skills for the job of spiritual living. Because I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still evoking in you, who are you? Who are you meant to be in the world? What is the energy that you hold in the world? And can you do so unapologetically, fiercely, without question? Because that's what we need. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm exhausted. I'm a little like scachada this morning because it takes a lot. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of out of me. It's just, holding space for 3 straight days. It's tiring for anybody. I'm drinking from my witch's brew mug though, so it automatically will. Um, it tastes better from my witch's brew mug. And I want to ask all of you, do you have something that lights you up like that? Do you have something that sets your soul on fire that you just like can't wait to do it? And it's okay if you don't. I'm obviously passionate and intense and this is me. I mean, obviously my physical life purpose is a wild enthusiast, right? It's like my physical life purpose, the thing I can't help but be, is Kermit the Hulk, right? Kermit, yay, and the Hulk is this big, fierce protector, ginormous energy. That's me. You know that. This is I don't have this is not new. You can feel that about me. And my spiritual life purpose, my mission is to be the absent-minded spiritual professor. Again, anybody who's ever taken any classes with me knows that's true. There's brilliant downloads, and also I can't remember to hit record. How do you know yourself in this way? Because if you don't know what your passion is, you don't know what your mission is. Your mission, frankly, is to be who you are. I mean, that's it. It's not big. It's not grandiose. It's not you have to change millions of lives. Your mission is to be you and to be you fiercely. This group is called Fierce Happy Women. I'm thinking of changing it to Fierce Happy People because I do want to start being more inclusive. I understand the Divine Feminine has been rising and it's amazing and we still have so much work to do, but I think it's time that we started including the men. I have a couple of men clients right now that I'm so in love with teaching them how to hold that divine masculine energy, but fiercely, fierce happiness. That was the sort of point when I created the group 4 years ago. Can we know ourselves so fiercely that it's an unshakable belief within ourselves? And again, you don't have to have a big grandiose mission. Your mission is to be you. But do you know yourself? I've talked about this a little bit, but like at the Adelphi Academy, excuse me, know thyself. Consciousness, God, spirit, universe, whatever the word is, wants to know itself so desperately that it created me and you and her and them expressly for us to know ourselves, because that is how consciousness knows itself. We are the divine. We are God made manifest expressly so that we can learn and grow and become. And we are alive right now on the planet exactly in this moment to do that. It's the only thing we're being asked to do. Know ourselves deeply, fully, completely. Like I said, when I had the moment with the student, when he realized he was shoving down his dark side because he had, whatever, because of his family, because of his, whatever, he was shoving his dark side down. And when I gave him permission to embrace it, his entire being changed. He will now never be the same. For the rest of his life, he will have a different sense of himself forever. It's and these students, man, they're in the third year. They've already done 2 years of deep, intense work. They're in the third year. They're ready. They chose to be in the third year. It's a specific program that they do. So they lean in from the get-go. But their fearlessness and courageousness to lean in and examine those parts of themselves that don't exactly work, and also the even more courageousness of embracing the parts of themselves that are magnificent and brilliant. That it is full on inspiration for me for the rest forever. Again, my world will never be the same because of his courage to do his work. My world is never going to be the same. And that's how it works. When we can dive headlong into who we are, as is, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole of it, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing broken. There's nothing to fix. Our job is to simply be our magnificent selves. And that's our mission. That's it. Be our magnificent selves. And sometimes your magnificent self means you are in shattered pieces. And sometimes your magnificent self means you are passionate and full-throated in your support of whatever. But both get to be completely okay. Every week on Friday, I ask you what went right this week. Yes, because energy flows where your attention goes, and the more you can take stock of what went right, the more power you have to not give in to darkness. Yes, that's a decided reason why I do it. And also, it's a reminder for you that you survived 100% of your worst days and that you're still here thriving because nothing ever happened to you. So what can you do to have one more degree of enthusiasm for life? All of life. The sad, the scary, the shaky. I just watched a video, um, one of my friends posted. I just watched a video of Elmo talking to somebody, Andrew somebody. I didn't recognize him, but it doesn't matter. Elmo from Sesame Street talking to this guy, and he's talking about how he missed his mom. And Elmo says, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he was like, "No, it's okay because missing someone means I loved her." And I can remember all the really good memories and all the snuggles I had from my mom, and then I get to celebrate her being alive. And so like even that moment of like he's sad, but he's leaning into the sadness. Like he's, I wouldn't say enthusiastic about it, but he's leaning into it. Can you do that? Can you lean into the fear, the sadness, the scary, the overwhelm? Can you lean into it? Feel it. Turn the volume up on it. Say yes to it. Because that's the way we know ourselves. If it was always joy and peaches and rainbows and unicorns, we wouldn't know the contrast. So just for today, just this moment, can you turn one more degree of enthusiasm, of curiosity, of saying yes, of welcoming, all of it? Can you know yourself one more degree this week? That's it. That's all. I have so our group healing on Wednesday. I've gotten some pretty clear guidance based on what happened over the weekend and what happened with all of my clients last week and the things I was doing and teaching in the past couple of weeks. We will be so we rebuilt the first chakra, and I'm still actually rebuilding people's first chakra. So if you're interested, talk to me about that because that first chakra rebuild is crucial to our growth and expansion. The second chakra we've done already. That's the divine feminine rising of the divine feminine of the flow and the fluidity. Again, this is not a gendered thing. This is a divine energy thing, and we could use a different word than feminine, but that's what everybody knows. So the divine feminine expanded, and now our first chakra, divine masculine, has been expanding, and so we've done that. So if you want a chakra rebuild, that's what I've been doing almost. I don't want there's a lot of chakra rebuilds on purpose, but now the space between the first and second chakra has been a little bit of a bottleneck. It's been a little bit of like a narrowed isthmus. I sort of see it like an hourglass. So there's a really expanded second chakra and a really expanded first chakra, but the space in between them has been a little bottlenecked. So the healing, the group healing that we're doing on Wednesday is expanding that that space between us. I don't know what that means or what that looks like or what the beings are that are coming through, but I have a sense that's what we're doing. So I'm super excited for that. So join us for the group healing. I will post the link below to sign up for that. The energy exchange is $25 for one healing, and then $200 for the year. You get all of them. If you cannot be live, then you will get the replay, and you will get that healing as soon as you access the replay. That's the system it works because it's quantum healing, so it's no time, no space. But you'll get the healing whenever you access it. So every time you listen to the replay, and you have the replay forever, you can access that healing anytime you want to. So it's always a super powerful healing. It's always just like magnificent. I always leave feeling so just centered and grounded and safe and awesome. So join us Wednesday if you can. Uh, uh, oh, I think so. coming probably at the beginning of the year, somewhere in January, I'm going to be doing a mini masterclass, kind of one or two class thing, finding your authentic voice. And I'm actually going to do it with a colleague, and she's a web designer, but get this, she's a web designer who's in the woo space. And I was like, that's like a unicorn. That doesn't even exist. So for any of my people who are business owners, we're gonna do a fifth chakra, like finding your authentic voice, and she's going to teach you how to use that voice to have your website mirror that for you. So any of my healers, any of my coaches, any of the people in here who have a business, stay tuned for that. That's in January. And I've also gotten some pretty clear guidance. That's what the next class. So we have this Sacred Feminine class right now that's fucking amazing, by the way. I'm so excited for the Sacred Feminine class. But then probably in early year, there'll be a Divine Masculine class. So um, if you're interested in the Sacred Feminine, touch base with me. You could still sign up as of this week. After this week, you can't sign up anymore, but you could still sign up after this week, as of this week. But so if you want to do Sacred Feminine, awesome, and then the Sacred Masculine will be coming early January. Well, probably late January after the Authentic Voice class. Group healing on Wednesday. Chakra rebuild. Touch base with me, and yeah, be your authentic, amazing, magnificent selves today. I love you all. Mwah.